Welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. If you are new, I'm Christina and this is my best friend Kelly. If you love budget-friendly fashion content for women over 40, then definitely consider subscribing.
Today we have a fun video for you guys. We've done something like this similar in the past and you guys loved it, so we've got some new ones for you. This is all about the 10 biggest fashion mistakes that women make that make you look older. So we're gonna share with you guys some of these we have been guilty of ourselves. Some, I think everyone has maybe done some of these in the past, but they're things that, you know, if you avoid these things, it can really help you to feel fresh and younger and not look frumpy.
So the first fashion mistake we want to share with you is one that I have definitely been guilty of, and that is wearing black from head to toe. So as we get older, you know, the texture of our skin, the color of our skin will obviously, you know, change a little bit. So wearing all that black can definitely come off as a little bit harsh. However, one way to kind of save yourself from aging yourself and looking older with all black from head to toe is maybe wearing like a brighter color lipstick, whether it be a red or a brighter like pinky kind of color to help keep your skin tone looking nice, or also wearing maybe a fashion piece type of accessory because it just helps to brighten the face.
Absolutely, I have been guilty of this one. It's something that I really noticed after we started making some videos. You know, who doesn't love black? We all know that black, you know, makes us look slimmer. So of course, a lot of us over 40 gravitate toward that. However, I was really noticing that because I already have, you know, very pale skin, light hair, it was really aging my face. And when I would look at it in pictures and videos, there was something that I just didn't like. And I realized that it was just too harsh for me to be in all black. So by putting on a bright lip, you can still get away with that beautiful little black dress, but really just adding some kind of brightness around the face is really gonna help you to look younger.
And let us know, because we've got 9 more fashion mistakes, let us know if you guys have fallen prey to any of these, because this for sure is mine. It's definitely mine on this list.
So the next fashion mistake that a lot of women make when we get older is when you are wearing, you know, skirts or dresses, reaching for pantyhose because you feel like your legs just don't look good enough when they're bare. And we're here to tell you that is definitely something that you want to avoid, especially with, you know, open-toed sandals, but just in general, pantyhose, they tend to look very aging. They tend to be a bit obvious. It's almost impossible to get a perfect color match. So if you're feeling a little bit insecure in your legs, you're definitely going to be better off if you know, either wear a longer skirt that doesn't show as much skin, or go for some bronzer or self-tanner, a bronzing lotion, something to make you feel more confident in your legs, and just avoid those pantyhose.
Yeah, so don't let anything like varicose vein or maybe some creping of the skin stop you from, you know, not showing your bare legs. They're beautiful. A little bit of like blurring lotion will definitely do the trick. And speaking of skin, as you get older, you might feel a little bit insecure about, you know, your neck. You might feel that there's too many wrinkles or you have some sunspots. And so you have a tendency to really just close off your neck. And that is one of the fashion mistakes that we are definitely asking you to avoid. You really want to have, you know, shirts that allow either for a V-neck, a scoop neck, open area for your chest, because it really will help to just elongate your neck. It'll make you look more youthful. One of the things about having a very high crew neck is that it really does age you, even though you might feel like you're hiding some of your insecurity with your neck.
Absolutely. And it's funny because this is something that I feel like, you know, Christina and I have been doing for years without even really realizing why we had this preference. And I think that that has a lot to do with it. Just by showing a little bit more of that skin in that area, you know, it's just kind of like creating that brightness, showing more of, you know, your face and everything, and just opening you up a little bit instead of having everything so closed off. And it just gives you, you know, a more, a brighter and more youthful appearance. So the next fashion mistake that you really want to avoid, especially for more mature women, is pairing things that are very loose. You know, putting loose with loose. So for example, Christina and I, we love boyfriend jeans. We've talked about boyfriend jeans with you before. However, if we're going to wear a looser fitting, baggier jean on the bottom, then we're going to pair it with something that's more streamlined on top, because you really need that balance. So when you pair a very loose, baggy sweater or sweatshirt over a very loose loose pair of jeans, you're really just losing your shape in the clothing, and that is not going to be flattering.
And if you're someone who maybe is a bit insecure about your body and you're thinking that, well, I don't want to have my muffin top or my thighs or something kind of out in public display and really, having something that's too tight and revealing, just remember that your silhouette is beautiful, and just finding clothes that just skim your body are much more flattering than finding something that's overly blousy, overly baggy, because then you really lose your shape and you're fighting against yourself and just adding unnecessary weight to your silhouette. So the next fashion mistake that we want you to avoid is wearing things that are too matchy-matchy. So that would be wearing, like a leopard cardigan with a leopard belt and a leopard shoe, or that could be wearing a set like a jewelry necklace and then having the same jewelry bracelet and the ring that goes together. All of that kind of stuff can make you and age you because it just looks like it goes too precisely together, almost like a uniform.
Absolutely. And one of the things that, we also wanted to mention is, of course, if you are working in an office environment, you may be wearing sometimes like the suit with the blazer and the pants or the skirt suit. And of course, in those environments that, really does work, that's part of what you are expected to wear. However, if you're looking to have a more youthful appearance, maybe outside of the office, we highly recommend that you break up those pieces. So maybe taking that blazer and pairing it with some dark wash jeans or another pair of, simple pants, changing up the pants with a blouse on top, breaking those things up is going to give you a little bit less of a polish and, professional type of look and a little bit more of a youthful look. Because sometimes when you're just wearing everything kind of paired together, it's so structured that can actually make you look a bit older when you're really trying to go for something else. So that's just one of our tips on how to look more youthful.
Plus, it'll make your outfit look a lot more interesting.
So our next tip to avoid so that you don't look older is avoiding cheap, clingy material. So of course, the young girls, they can go and buy these cute little things that cost, $3 and are all spandex and those types of fabrics. However, when you get a little bit older, you really need to look at fabrics, because if something is very thin, very clingy, it's really going to accentuate things that you don't want to accentuate. It's really going to show every little lump and bump. So you want to avoid those kinds of fabrics.
And the fabric will also be probably one that will tend to shrink and not fit the same way that you bought it in the store, as well as being completely see-through, which is a big no-no in our age demographic. So, it doesn't mean you can't buy things that are budget friendly, but it just means really paying attention that you're getting good quality material. The next fashion mistake that we want to share with you is not falling for trends that don't flatter your figure. So even though there may be a trend that you are absolutely loving, you are seeing, a bunch of beautiful Instagram ladies that are rocking it, but you know your body best, you know what you feel comfortable in. Do not fall for these kinds of trends. Really pay attention to what makes you feel good versus what, everyone else is doing.
This is something that I was definitely guilty of in my younger years. I specifically can recall a middle school photo of me wearing, do you remember the Skids pants? They were basically like a plaid pajama style pant with a drawstring waist. And not only did I rock those, but I tucked in my shirt, because I've always felt that the tucking in look was best. Not a good look to have drawstring pants up to here with a tucked in t-shirt, but it was a trend and I fell for it because, everybody else was doing it and it just did not suit my body type. So this is an important one. There are some trends we just need to let them pass on by and really focus on the ones that are going to make us look and feel our best.
Don't worry, you're not the only one. I definitely fell for this trend as well, and I'd love to hear what trend you guys actually fell for.
So speaking of trends, you're gonna see all kinds of different shoe trends for fall. Some of them are beautiful. We of course love, our little booties with our block heels and some platform sneakers. What you want to avoid is the ugly, clunky shoe that's really going to bring your outfit down. So of course we're gonna show you some examples, but these are just those, very clunky, chunky shoes. Typically they're, more rounded look, or a sandal with some big chunky straps all over it that just cut your feet in all the wrong places and really just put all of the focus on your feet, kind of giving you like clown shoe, you know, look vibe to it, which will really take away from a very streamlined, classy outfit and just something you definitely want to avoid.
And you might be, you know, falling prey to this because you're looking for shoes that are comfortable, or maybe ones that provide more security. You might feel like you don't have as much, you know, support when you have maybe a thinner strap or something like that. However, that, you know, bigger straps, that clunkier shoe is really just going to age you, so stay away from it. We're going to share good shoes with you, so just keep watching our channel. So the next fashion mistake that we want to share with you is wearing clothes that are tight on top and tight on bottom. Kelli and I, we definitely have a rule that if we're wearing something that's a little bit tighter on top, we like to have, you know, a little bit of a looser fit on the bottom, and vice versa. When you have something that's too tight on tight for your whole body, it really is just not flattering and will also age you, because let's admit it, I know for myself, I do not have the same body that I had when I was 20 years old. So if I'm wearing things that are too tight against my body, it's just going to show things and reveal things that are not as flattering. I wish I was, you know, a size 0, but I'm not. So instead, it's much better to be able to highlight the areas that I'm confident in and really mask and blur the areas that I'm not.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of women do this in an effort to look younger. They feel like, you know, I don't want to wear something really shapeless and baggy because it's hiding my figure, it will age me. But when you do tight on tight and everything is just very, you know, snug around your body, you're actually doing the opposite. You're actually look like someone who's trying too hard to look sexy, and it really does age you. In order to have, you know, a sexy appearance in a classy way, you really want to look for, you know, maybe one part of the body that you have something a little bit more fitted or snug, and then go with something a little bit looser. Doesn't necessarily have to be baggy, like Christina mentioned before. Just kind of, you know, shaping the body without being super tight and clingy is going to be much more flattering. So this one is something that I have definitely seen when I am walking through the mall sometimes, and that is raiding your daughter's closet. Now I get it, ladies, I have 2 teenage daughters and some of their outfits are absolutely adorable. However, most of them are not appropriate for someone my age. So, you know, things like little crop tops with little, you know, Daisy Duke style shorts and things like that, that's just not a look that's going to be very flattering on a woman who's over 40. Even someone who has, you know, the absolute best figure, works really hard at it. I completely understand that you would want to show off all of your hard work. However, there are much better ways to do that than wearing something that is really meant for a 15-year-old.
And thankfully, this is a fashion mistake that I will never fall prey to, because my daughter is a size 0 and I'm a size 10. So unless you remove one of the numbers, I'm never going to fit into her clothing.
So we hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please make sure to share it. That is a great way to help our channel, and share the content with women who you think would enjoy it. And also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We would love to have you back, and until next time, bye!